Hello, welcome. This is from the Nosebleeds, where we get more excited about game day than our birthday. We're here to talk to you about what we think is going to happen in the Big 12 this year, and I have to scoot my chair a little bit closer, but we're going to give out rankings, and well, maybe not rankings, but like what we think.
The predicted Big 12 standings. Final Big 12 standings.
Yeah, and you can probably predict what we're going to do since, look at all the crimson around us, but we'll see how that goes. So, Kale, what do you got for your what comments?
Okay. So we'll start at the bottom because there's not a whole lot of argument at the bottom. It's going to be Kansas. There's something vulgar I could say about Kansas replacing the last syllable of their. Do you see it? You see it. You see it. You could also do it with Texas. I'm not going to emphasize that anymore, but Kansas is going to be last. Moving on. Even with the Mad Hatter over there, I don't expect Kansas to really be all that great. They'll beat somebody. They'll beat somebody. I don't know who.
I think it might be Texas, but we'll see.
Okay, and then West Virginia.
Yeah, West Virginia.
Yeah.
You think what? Well, they got. I mean,
they lost a whole lot.
They lost a whole lot, but we don't ever remember that Austin Kendall went to West Virginia.
He did.
And we don't. He's not like.
He's not great.
He's not great, but he's not bad. And I think they'll be better than Kansas State, but we'll see.
Okay.
I'm just gonna mooch off your list and kind of.
All right, sounds good. This is our list, not my list.
Yeah, you're right.
Our list.
I didn't make one. You put all that effort in there. Good job.
I did put a lot of effort.
Okay, and then we got 8 Kansas State. So
they've got Chris Kleiman as their new head coach. He won the FCS national championship several times at North Dakota State. So I think he'll have a lot to bring to that program.
That's true. That's true. Mm-hmm. And then we got number 7 Baylor. Okay. What were you going to say about Baylor?
Okay, yeah, Baylor. I actually have. Okay, this is the first one I meant to talk about, but Coach Matt Rule talked about their defense and how Baylor plans to move to a positionless defense, whatever that means. It just sounds kind of hokey.
Sounds funky.
So, yeah, I don't like it. So I expect them to have a pretty big drop-off on defense as a result of that. And so a lot of people, including myself earlier this season, were very high on Baylor, thinking they'll be better. But I'm reversing that.
The fact that they're experimenting with something that I've never heard of before, like a positionless defense, shows me that they're probably not going to succeed.
It's
in that
some
right
weird
away.
gimmick.
I mean,
it's a gimmick.
I mean, it's a gimmick, or it's going to work in a couple years, but it will not work this year.
No.
There's no. I mean, if they keep trying to make it work, it could.
I don't understand why they're doing it. Baylor's on the up and up, and then they just had to go.
They don't need to do that.
No.
And you got Oklahoma State higher than
At 6.
I thought you would. So Oklahoma State next. They look like they might be playing 2 quarterbacks. So because I don't know what Mike Gundy's going to do.
Yeah, 2 quarterbacks don't work. Don't ever do that.
I don't really. We won't touch on Oklahoma State too much because
no, they don't deserve it.
I mean, that's not really a rivalry for us. I mean, 88-18. I don't care. Okay, next is going to be Texas Tech.
That one's a shot in the dark because Texas Tech is going to be a completely different team under totally new coaching staff.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, they returned Alan Bowman, their quarterback, and I don't know how much they return everywhere else, but I think schematically they'll be very different.
Yes, yeah, I think they'll be good. They'll be good. Cliff Kingsbury not there anymore, and that's different, but
that's so bizarre.
Yeah, we'll see how the Cardinals do this year and how the Red Raiders do this year. So here we go. All right, number 4, you got Iowa State. Okay.
Iowa State, yes.
All right. I would probably put TCU down there, but I mean it's debatable. I mean we don't know at the bottom of the Big 12. I mean we know the top
thing with the Big 12 is you have number 1 and number 10, and then everyone else in between can do anything really.
In and out, yeah.
But yeah, I have Iowa State as low as 4 because they're losing their 2 best offensive players in Hakeem Butler and David Montgomery. So their offense is going to be a lot less threatening, I believe.
Their defense will be good.
Yeah, as it usually is. But
Matt Campbell's done a really, really good job.
Oh, he's a great coach.
Yeah, I think that he really is a great coach. And we'll see how that goes. Okay, so at number 2 you have, or number 3 you have Texas. I hate Texas so much. I hate them. I hate Texas. I would put them higher, though. I know that.
You put them at 2?
I'd put them at 2.
Okay.
Not 1.
Okay, so the reason I said I put Texas at 3 instead of 2 is because they are losing 8 starters on defense.
Oh.
8.
For them.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Nobody's talking about that, but their defense, I think, will be a lot worse. And in the Big 12, that does not fare very well. You gotta have. Well, I don't want to say you gotta have that defense because we just won it like 3 times in a row.
4 times in a row.
Yeah. Without a defense 3 times in a row.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah. I mean, you bet.
Yeah.
Backfired on that one.
Yeah. But I should say Texas can't win the Big 12 without a defense.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Their offense is not Oklahoma.
Yeah, and speaking of their offense, they're losing 3 linemen and a tight end, and they don't really gain anything at running back, which was a position they were already weak on.
Yep.
And they're also losing Lil Jordan Humphrey. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, which is a very big loss.
Yeah, that's
literally a big loss. He's like 6'4".
Yeah, but they still have Colin Johnson, which is 6'6", and can catch over Oklahoma's defense, and that's been proven.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a great receiver.
So
he frustrates me, but he's good.
I think Texas will take a step back, really.
Yeah, they might. Yeah,
including a loss to LSU.
That's true.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
That's
Tigers.
That's debatable. So I mean, it is debatable. So I mean, we don't know about everything in between, and Big 12 is just up in the air except for number 1. So you got TCU at 2.
Yes, I put
Their
TCU
defense
at
is
number
good.
2. Yeah, they have a great defense. Best defense in the Big 12. It's like top 10 in the country. It's really good. And really, this is another shot in the dark one. I could very well see them being really bad or really good. And that's due to their quarterback play. They got a grad transfer quarterback from Kansas State, Alex Delton.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he played a little bit last year.
Yes.
But so if he turns out to be really good, and Gary Patterson's a good coach, he'll figure something out, I think.
Sweaty Gary.
Sweaty Gary.
We're sweaty right now.
Yeah.
It's hot. What we're doing.
Not as much as Gary Patterson.
No, not as much as Gary Patterson.
No, that man could fill a swimming pool.
Yes, he could.
But yeah, he's a great coach.
Yeah, he's a great coach. Their defense has been solid and consistent. And for being in the Big 12 and them having a good defense is really...
It's impressive.
It's impressive. It's good to show because of all the prolific offenses in the Big 12 and the lack of good defense in the Big 12.
And they've got some good receivers and running backs. So their problem for the last 2 years or so has been quarterback play. So as soon as they get good quarterback play, I'm going to be terrified of TCU.
Yeah, they're very potential to lose to. Yeah.
But if they don't have good quarterback play, it'll be similar to this previous season, 2018.
Yeah. And then number 1, obviously, it's
Oklahoma.
I mean, that's y'all could have guessed that going into this video when I did the intro. So, yeah, I think Oklahoma will be number 1. They could potentially go undefeated this year if it all falls in the right place for them.
They'll have a better defense.
Yeah, I think their defense will be better, hopefully.
Hopefully, which I think it will.
Yeah.
But, yeah, better defense, which will help a lot.
Yeah.
And I've heard a lot of complaints about Jalen Hurts as a passer, and it's, to be honest, he really wasn't that great at Alabama. I thought he was overrated over there. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's true.
But considering Oklahoma is absolutely loaded with offensive skill positions, wide receiver, running back, tight end,
running back.
They've got a lot of running backs.
They're underrated when it comes to the running backs lately. They've got depth.
Yep.
They've got depth at receiver. Offensive line is probably the only question mark. But
I'm about to talk about that. Yeah. He's got so many weapons at his disposal. Yeah. I think he'll do just fine. But.
And he's a great runner, too. And I think that he'll get better at passing as
he's a Lincoln Riley.
Yeah, Lincoln Riley. That's perfect.
Yeah.
But
the only question mark for Oklahoma really on offense is them returning only 1 lineman. Granted, he's the best lineman in the country.
He's already preseason All-American. He's the only preseason All-American ESPN put that's from Oklahoma on there. So that's Creed Humphrey's really
he's good. He's good. And then we have a grad transfer from Virginia. I forget what his name is, but Proctor.
RJ
Proctor.
Okay,
thank you.
Yeah.
And Bill Beatonbow is a genius of an offensive line coach. He's what you want in an offensive line coach. So hopefully he figures that out. But.
Yeah, hopefully he does. But yeah, we think that's how it's going to be at the end.
For one more thing. One thing nobody's talking about is our special teams.
That's true. We don't know who our
kicker is going to be. We don't even know the name of our kicker yet.
I know. Yeah. We'll see how that goes. Last year our special teams I think was was really good. They were good at
Austin
covering
Seibert's
kicks.
ability to
And Austin
kick
Seibert.
into the end zone every single time was invaluable.
He put it.
Really.
Yeah, he put it through the uprights.
If only he did it one more time against Georgia, though.
Yeah, that hurts.
But
That was a couple years ago. It still hurts.
it still hurts.
All right. Well, that's what we think is going to happen. But before we go, you've heard us mention Blinken Riley before on Twitter. I have it's Texas Fact Tuesday because this is how much we hate Texas. We're just going to throw heat at him. So here we go. I'm going to read this directly from his tweet. All credit goes to Blinken Riley, obviously. No team has gone from preseason top 15 to finishing the season unranked more times than Texas. Texas and USC have done it both 13 times. With the number 10 spot in the preseason poll, Texas could take the record for itself this year. So we'll see how that goes.
There's something that can win. And
Yeah,
that's
something Texas
that's
can
something
win.
for you Longhorns to go chew on and then puke into the grass again and
Yeah.
chew on it again like cows do. So,
You can say what arguing with a Texas fan is like.
oh yeah, arguing with a
Yeah.
Texas fan is like playing chess with a pigeon, and that they get angry and poop all over the board, and then knock everything over and fly away and say that they won.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to unhitch your wagon, put the ponies in the barn. This is from the Nosebleeds, where we get more excited about game day than our birthday. Boomer Sooner, we're
Boomer
signing
Sooner.
out.